Dependency needs that few accept. One of the fundamental reasons human beings experience profound distress as a species is their tendency to resist and deny their own intrinsic nature. For thousands of years, humanity has struggled with accepting what it means to be human. Many societal structures, including governments, religious institutions, and cultural norms, have been constructed to suppress, control, and even reject natural human tendencies. A critical aspect of human nature is the presence of needs, essential requirements for the well-being and survival. However, as part of humanity's long-standing battle against itself, people have developed a habit of disregarding these very needs. Among the most aggressively denied needs is the fundamental human requirement for connection and reliance on one another. Adults often yearn for their dependency for needs to be met, yet paradoxically, they also reject the very existence of these needs. This contradiction highlights the necessity of discussing the reality of dependency. Human beings are inherently relational and deeply dependent on one another. This is evident from infancy, where human babies are entirely reliant on caregivers for an extended period, much longer than many other species. A newborn elk, for example, can stand and walk within minutes of birth and achieves full independence within a few years. In contrast, human children require years of support and nurturing before they even reach full autonomy. Society easily acknowledges the dependency needs of other species, particularly those that thrive in social groups, such as herd animals or pack creatures. Yet, when it comes to acknowledging our own species' dependency needs, we resist, dismiss, and deny them. This is tragic, considering that humans are among the most socially interconnected and interdependent species on Earth. Let's begin with an undeniable truth. Every individual has dependency needs, and these needs persist throughout life. Contrary to popular belief, dependency needs do not vanish with adulthood. Some of these needs are ones we cannot fulfill on our own, while others may be partially self-supplied but still necessitate fulfillment through others. To maintain overall well-being, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, these dependency needs must be met. Here is a foundational list of human dependency needs: connection, belonging, trust, prioritization, empathy, presence, affection, words of affirmation, communication, emotional and physical support, expression, as in the ability to share thoughts and feelings with others, co-regulation, contact comfort, attention and a sense of community, love, warmth, intimacy, quality time, companionship, commitment, the feeling of being wanted and needed, relational security, protection, validation, and appreciation. This list is by no means exhaustive. Human dependency needs extend far beyond these examples. These needs are non-negotiable for human flourishing. When they are unmet, individuals suffer, psychologically, emotionally, and even physically. Deprivation leads to coping mechanisms that often manifest in unhealthy ways, such as addiction, mental illness, and chronic physical ailments. In extreme cases, unfulfillment dependency needs contribute to severe depression and even suicide. Acknowledging these needs is not a sign of weakness or immaturity. Rather, it's an acceptance of an essential truth of human existence. So why has society conditioned people to believe they must be independent? Even more disturbingly, what is the most mature or enlightened individual often portrayed as someone who has transcended dependency and become completely self-sufficient? The answer lies in fear. The concept of dependency triggers deep anxiety in people because it implies vulnerability. Western culture, in particular, emphasizes self-sufficiency and individualism from a very young age, pushing children towards independency as quickly as possible. Dependency frightens people because it highlights our susceptibility to external forces, especially other people. If we experience neglect, rejection, or harm from those responsible for meeting our dependency needs in childhood, we may develop an aversion to relying on others in adulthood. In response, we seek solace in ideologies that promote self-reliance and the beliefs that everything we need can be sourced from within. Those who have been wounded by unmet dependency needs often feel empowered by the illusion of complete independence. Conversely, those forced into premature independence may feel further traumatized when told they should meet all the needs on their own. The problem with this mindset is that it leads to distorted perception of reality. Many people mistake self-sufficiency for the ultimate spiritual or personal achievement. In truth, excessive independence has become a widespread psychological affliction. The illusion of independence is so deeply ingrained that many people fail to recognize their dependence on countless external factors. For example, an individual may feel independent because they can drive to the store and buy food with their own money. However, they are reliant on the individuals who manufactured the car, the workers who ensured fuel is available, the farmers and distributors who supply the food, and the entire economic and governmental infrastructures that allow these systems to function. This false sense of independence is merely an illusion, one that blinds people to the reality of their interconnectedness. Emotional dependency, in particular, is the most feared and resisted form of dependence. People believe they can exert control over material dependencies such as acquiring food or shelter, but they feel powerless when it comes to securing love, emotional support, and deep relational bonds. The fear of being at someone else's mercy compels people to deny their emotional needs, striving instead for an illusion of self-reliance that ultimately harms them. Another common misconception is the conflation of dependency with codependency. Many people believe that to depend on others is to be codependent, but this is a misunderstanding. True codependency is not about having dependency needs. It's all about losing one's sense of self within relationships. Codependency involves sacrificing personal identity and well-being for the sake of maintaining a relationship, which is distinct from healthy dependency. From a spiritual perspective, denying one's dependency's needs under the guise of enlightenment is not a path to transcendence. It is a path to disconnection and isolation. It is an illusion of awakening, driven by ego and fear, rather than genuine spiritual awareness. To reject dependency is to reject a fundamental aspect of being human. True health and wholeness come from embracing independence. The recognition that all beings exist within a web of mutual reliance. The most effective way to dismantle a person, a society, or even humanity itself is to deny the reality of dependency needs. When people are deprived of their fundamental needs for connection and support, they suffer individuality and collectively. Human civilization is built upon a network of interdependence, and the conscious acknowledgement of this reality fosters a healthier, more harmonious society. Recognizing and honoring each other's dependency needs is the foundation of a world where people can not only survive, but truly thrive. In embracing interdependence, we cultivate a community of care, resilience, and collective well-being. Much love, light, and joy to you all.